Oh, no. So it literally has pictures of. Wow, this is. So it's people. There's literal pictures. All right, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. You know, what is. What the hell is wrong with people? I mean, really, what the hell is wrong with people? This is ridiculous. So, this Los Angeles Times column was written a couple of days ago. Mocking anti vaxxers. COVID deaths is ghoulish, yes, but may be necessary. So, now this Los Angeles Times article, written by MICHAEL HILTZIK, a business columnist, going over the COVID-19 pandemic, and he has a little bit of a dilemma, and the problem is not necessarily people who didn't get the vaccine, but people who railed against the vaccine and then passed away. So I think that there was a Orange County GOP figure, Kelly Ernby, died last week of COVID after disparaging anti-pandemic measures. Now, that's all politics. So, and I didn't think that this was going to be all about politics, but it's so obviously all about politics that I was like, wait a minute, I thought that this was talking about the vaccine mandates, and I guess that does get political, and you do see where people land on the political spectrum, what their opinions are. Usually if they have green hair, they're probably liberal. If they have short conservative looking hair, they're probably Republican. You know the whole deal. We get it. But those are just different personality types, and they are supposed to live with each other, and they are supposed to deal with each other. We all have different personality types. We all have to deal with each other. There are different people who can handle different things. And this is going back to the same conversation that I always have on here. It's who gives a shit, yay or nay? It doesn't matter. That's your own personal decision. I don't look at anybody differently, whether they did or didn't get the procedure done. I don't look at them differently. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. It's none of my business. I'm handling mine. Okay, cool. I don't want these people in my bubble. I'll keep my bubble away from these people. A lot of times it's hard to do that in public, but we can do that. But when it comes to mocking people, especially when they pass away, you know that there is no way that there's any good that can come from that. No good whatsoever. It's too negative. It's way too down. It's way too much of a downer. The positive, sure, you may be able to reach more people who were saying, oh, well, this person was saying, don't get the vaccination, it's a bad idea, and then they died of COVID. And then you turn around and you can take another case of someone who did get the vaccine and then died by myocarditis or whatever the different types of diseases that can happen by just having the vaccine. So you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And it's hard to make the decision on what you want to do because these are serious decisions to make. They're very serious decisions to make. But when you put information out there to where you want to, let's laugh at them because they said it was bad. And that's stupid. Why would you treat people like that? Are we civilized or are we not civilized? Because acting and laughing at somebody dying is not worth it. That's not worth it at all. I'm all for bad jokes, guys. But these are not jokes. These are not jokes. These are really people trying really hard. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they feel like they're going to survive more, or their survivability rates are going to improve by making fun of somebody who just died. Oh, anti-vaxxer just died. Oh, that vaxxer just died. It's all stupid, guys. It's all stupid. You can take anecdotal evidence from every single one of them and just keep fighting over it. Why are we going to fight over it? We have a responsibility to each other living in a society, as we do, but we also have a we also have to respect each other, and we also have to understand that, hey man, what works for them doesn't work for me. What works for me doesn't work for them. And there's a lot of people who cannot get the vaccines because it might actually hurt them because they can't get to a testing or they can't get to a vaccination site. They can't reach it. They can't physically take it because maybe there's some pre-existing conditions that would affect them negatively, so they can't take it. So why would it even be funny? How could it be a joke? How could it be funny? This whole article is just so mind-numbingly infuriating. It is ridiculous. There's a website called Herman Cain Award, which is basically people who say they don't feel comfortable with mandates and then dying, and then you give them an award. And I guess that Herman Cain... Oh, yeah. The site named for former Republican candidate for the president who became one of the first political notables to succumb to the disease after publicly defying social distancing measures. This is disgusting, man. These people are fucking disgusting. The dude died. And now you make an award for it. Huh. I mean, it's like whatever your political affiliations are, still somebody died, and they have a family. Like another site, sorryantivaxxer.com, the subreddit hosts snippets and photographs of anti-vaccine advocates often taken at their deathbeds. Oh, God. These people are so stupid. Sorryantivaxxer.com. And I just clicked on it, and it is... Oh, no. So it literally has pictures of... Wow, this is fucked. So it's people, there's literal pictures. John Doe, 69, Lincoln, Michigan, father of 11, grandfather of 11, anti-vaxxer, dead of COVID. And it's just all these different people, and it's like, dude, this is crazy. Anti-vaxxer, sorry, antivaxxer.com. Don't go to that guy. Man, there's so much. Man, what's wrong with people? What the hell is wrong with people? You know? I thought that this story... I didn't know that this story was going to take us all the way around like that, dude. Like, they're trying to push this information out there as hard as they can, and I guess the Los Angeles Times must be sponsored by Pfizer. Some online commenters greeted her demise with glee, talking about the Orange County lady, Kelly Ernby. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand how these people can just make jokes about it, because it's not funny. It's not a joke. It's crazy. It is so crazy. And even then, in the article later on, he mentions... Okay, here it is. A statistical ace, Charles Gaba, has shown graphically vaccination rates in all 3,144 U.S. counties track closely with the votes for Donald Trump in 2020 election. The higher Trump vote, the lower the vaccination rate. There's no gainsaying that this is an artifact of Trumpian downplaying of the pandemic, which has claimed more than 800,000 American lives. Okay, so that sounds like a lot, right? But as statistical ace shows, vaccination rates in all 3,144 counties track closely with the votes of Donald Trump. So instead of saying, I mean, they're voting for Donald Trump, but they are Republican voters. So instead of being Trumpians, because that's the only option that they had, that's probably the only option that they had. So I don't know if they actually are Trumpians or not. But they're being regulated to being with Trump because you know that these people don't like Trump, and I don't like Trump. I don't give a shit about any of them. But it's just funny because it's all being painted as these red states, these people who think this way. They're so bad. They're so evil. I can't believe they don't want to put something in their body that they don't know anything about, which is what people do all the time anyway. Like it really matters. But so it's very political. They made it political. Obviously, it's been political. It's been pushed political. But I have seen people from all spectrums of political ideology having different opinions on this matter as well. So who's to say really what is what and actually who is able to handle what? All I know, all I really know is it's not a good idea to make fun of people who they do not believe what you are saying. So if they don't even believe what you were saying, then how could they listen to you? Why would they listen to you? That doesn't make much sense. What really makes a lot of sense is paying close attention to everything around you. Paying close attention to everything around you. This is one of the most infuriating articles I've read in a long time, though, because it paints all of these people into a certain light. But mockery is not necessarily the wrong reaction. It is necessarily the wrong reaction because mocking people when they died is not a very positive message to be sending to people. And people will remember that. And people don't want to be associated with people who act like that when bad things happen. When bad things happen, you don't want to celebrate. Don't celebrate somebody's death. That's horrible. Disgustingly ghoulish. Disgustingly ghoulish. So, anyway, guys, let's not be fighting each other. Let's all get along. We're getting through this pandemic and we're almost there. Let's not mess it up.